recovering is going to be very, very tough situation. Point one. Now, that is another that lesson. But that means what? You are well-equipped ISRO, or after graduating something learned, you have done it. But is it possible to percolate that down the line as educational institutions, so that you, like what is happening in the medical science? Medical science, people could have researched and they have surgery, medicine, everything have done. They are not stopping there. The whole thing comes down, and a well-trained mode, they are getting educated. That's why year on year, okay, doctors we are able to generate. Similarly, this model, yes, and today it's a best model, especially hybrid technology. It gives a lesser accident chances, almost no. Okay, so that way we can throw open to the students community, and it can play a major breakthrough to educate the people. So private industry comes, you need the trained people. Now, money alone is not enough. Okay, and the technology is not the frozen technology. Technology has to keep on evolving. Okay, and that's what I told. There is a requirement is going to come. Recently also I told, every day one launch from Kulasekara is going to be the day. Once upon a time, once in week, one plane used to go. But a given day, so how many planes are going, you know that. Okay, day is not far, even this to happen, because already you know more 6,000, 7,000 satellites are operational, which are launched just to our last 4 years. That will lose its life after 7 years, 7, 8 years. So that life comes, you have to immediately have to launch it. While launching it, you need a smaller launch vehicle which can replace the smaller satellites there. So this will fill that. But for that you need the people, trained people. You have to train them today. So as of now, this is leading in the world for educational point of view. You got the point now? And for that hybrid technology is the really meaning. So this will give a training end to end. Then that gives one line. The next, he himself will keep graduating next level. So he himself can come out with the, tomorrow from Kulasekara one satellite to launch. He told 12 as of now. The 12 can improve 24 going to 48. Every week one he can also give the chance. So one side commercially can improve, another side academically make a strong, because academy also equally important. Today computer technology is there, AI is there, space technology also you have to teach. But today the teaching tools are not there. So this will, today right away I think it will fill. And we are already filling as a part of BITS Pilani Dubai campus in Dubai. Already it's a part of their new curriculum.
I just a small doubt
something
about,
you can add there. Yeah.
Just a small doubt.
You got the point, no?
Yeah, got that point, but it is just a small doubt about that is this launch part. So you are telling about that is moving, this mobile launch part, isn't it? So can you please tell me about it? Is it really possible that this moving launch part can be used anywhere to propel?
24th you can see. 24th you will see and you believe.
Because ISRO is established in this geographically supportive areas, isn't it? So you need to have geographical support.
Big launch vehicles, yes.
Okay.
Big launch vehicles, yes. But the small launch vehicle is possible. You know, actually there was an attempt to launch from the ship. From the ship itself. That means you could take it there and do it. There was sea launch. The sea launch is a company, but of course they could not sustain for various reasons. Okay, but today's market they would have sustained. Okay, wherever you want to go launch, you go there. It will much better even like Kulasekara. You can keep it there and launch. That possibility from sea. But this is given a place. This has its own anchoring points, and you will see, then you will believe.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what is your experience about that? Because you can guide these youngsters. So, what is your challenges and your ambitions and also your requirements from the government? So what will be the areas government can focus to improve the areas? Can you please tell us?
Yes. In our Indian government, ISRO is there. ISRO, they are going to support a private parties like entrepreneur. So for that they created InSpace, because when we are going for a rocket launch, we have to get an authorization from InSpace. So that is the main for us. Not only that, we have to get a DGCA clearance, Airport Authority of India, ATC we have to talk, and Ministry of Defence, everywhere we have to get a clearance. And NOTAM we have to initiate for our rocket launch. This is the preliminary. For our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, what he told means another spaceport we have to create in our India, because everyone they are going for the focus only like a Sriharikota, and in ISRO itself they are having like a small satellite launch vehicle. So second launch they successfully they made it. So for that, what is the thing means our Tamil Nadu government TIDCO and InSpace they signed the MOU. So Kulasegarapattinam it will be like India's second largest spaceport. So who's ever having like an entrepreneur who's working in a rocket propulsion system, who's having a small satellite launch vehicle up to like a 500 kilometer, we don't want to go for Sriharikota. So Sriharikota we can launch for like a PSLV, GSLV, this type of high powered rocket. So for that small satellite less than 500 kilometer altitude, we can go to like Kulasegarapattinam, we will set up our launch pad and including our mobile container, whatever the things is there, we can go there and we can launch it and we have to come back. So that is the reason they opened in a Sriharikota. At the same time, in our space zone India, we are right, in we are company we are having two verticals. One is for the education sector and another is for rocket research and development. So you're seeing right, this rocket, this all those things. Everything it's coming in another vertical for like in a rocket research and development, this all those things. At the similarly, like a Martin Group in the CSR fund, they are supporting us to provide like a education in space technology for across India, all the government school students. So for them, we have the learning and development sections. That sections, they will tap every schools across India. They will provide a virtual training and a hands-on experience. So for that hands-on experience, my team, they will travel to these schools and they will provide like a ESD apron, ESD kits, these all those things. Because normally we are saying it's a rocket and a satellite, these all those things. Really, like in this room temperature, I cannot able to work like a satellite with this costumes and without a safety precaution, these all those things. For our students also, we have to provide like a ESD apron, electrostatic discharge. So at the same time, once they worked on it means everything will be like a more safe because they're working in a satellite. So our main motto is one side learning and development, education sector we have to promote. Another wing it will be like a rocket research. Whatever we are making in a research and development, that output that we are sharing our knowledge to the schools. When we are going for our rocket launch, right, we faced lots of hurdles. Do you know that actually what's the thing means last 4 days we are not slept properly because it's very close to our rocket launch date, right? Everyone they are busy in our team because like we have to final check with like that a container mobile launch pad is there, hydraulic system that we have to ensure it, and we have to go and predict that weather data, these all those things, and hybrid propulsion system we have to go for like a leak test, pressure test, static test, and also like a final dressing test. So yesterday night only we completed our purge test. So what are the impurities? It's in a tank, we have to remove it. So purge test is completed. So tomorrow morning, like with the police protections, we are going to take our container and all the rocket kits to the rocket launch pad. So like a day after tomorrow, we are going to make like a final dressing test, these all those things. And day after, like later the 2 days, coming Saturday, 7th morning, I'm not sure about the timing, 7 to 7:45. In between, we are making and we will finalize the countdown. When we are going to initiate all those things, we will fix the timing and we will go for a rocket launch.
So do you want to go launch any satellite, or what is the economic aspects of this launch? Because you are also ultimately you are business people, right? So you want to make some benefit. Is it where do this benefit comes from now?
So actually you are saying we are business people, we are getting like business, these all those things, benefits, these all those things. Actually we cannot able to generate revenue in this rocket itself. Because I already told like learning and development. So this the type of like a Martin Group, IBM Technologies and MasterCard, we tie up with American India Foundation. With these CSR funds, we are generating revenue in learning and development. That revenue and our profitable fund is there, right? That funds we are utilizing for our rocket R&D. So last time also we did it in between like Martin Group also they supported in CSR funds. So this time also they are supporting in CSR funds. So we are using our profitable fund that we are utilizing for rocket technology. In rocket technology, everyone they are thinking they are launching a rocket. It will be like a good business. They are generating revenue lots, it's crores and crores like that. But it's not truth. But it will be in the future it is possible. Like after like 6 years or 7 years or 10 years.
ISRO is making lot of money because they are launching lot of satellites. So that's what I asked, because also private players also gets a lot of money using the launching private satellites.
Yes, actually like a private parties also is there. They already got the investors. Some of the person they are generating revenue, but what's the thing means it's very less amount only. But with this revenue itself, we cannot able to survey it. So they have investors. We are also tapping investors who is ready to contribute for our rocket technology, because this is a proven technology. We launched India's first hybrid rocket. Another time we are going for our mobile launch. These all those things. And also for our rocket mission, this ongoing mission, right? We have provided training to Dubai BITS Planning campus, because that in a BITS Planning campus they asked which company in India they are very good in the satellite technology and rocket technology. They should provide like a 100% result, and they have to provide a perfect training to students like that. They asked SAR only. SAR immediately they told Space Zone India like that. We travel to the BITS Planning campus and we provide all the training, because you just imagine rocket. We are having, but you don't know what are the components it's presented inside. Our technical teams that know, but if you ask students know that, because for that hands-on experience in rocket technology, we provide a virtual reality. We are a box that we gave it to them. There itself we created a rocket designs. So entire rockets are complete hybrid rocket with some minor modifications. As per instructions, students itself they will assemble all the rockets through virtually and they can launch it. So this type of training, advanced training we are providing.
Thank you, Dr. Anand, and I think I need to specifically thank the gentleman for asking very insightful questions. You've done your research. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but the gentleman in that table with glasses. I think we're going to have a big round of applause for all those who asked questions, but we are still open for one last question before we wrap up. Anyone else would like to ask one last question before we have a photo option? Over to you. Yes, ma'am, we'll just pass the mic.
Sir.
Yeah, that ISRO has to make an attempt. It is possible. SSLV is a relatively smaller version. Should be possible. Kulasagarapatanam will have multiple launch pads. Okay, it may not be the like what we are having in Sriharikota, because you know that already Skyroot is there, and he will be there. Agnikul is there. SSLV is coming. Already multiple people are there. So the launch pads will not be as big as this. May not be required, because we are talking about 1/4, 1/6 of the even PSLV. May not be called for. And I am having good confidence. Whatever you are going to see 24th can be multiplied in numbers.
Yeah, sir. Actually, like what's the thing means, students everyone they prepared these 50 different pico payloads, right? That all the data we will share to the students itself, and also like some of the researchers who's asking the data for meteorological purpose, we can ready to share to them.
Sir, I have one question. There are so many players now, the private players apart from ISRO. A lot of garbage is now accumulating in the outside atmosphere when you send the rocket out. How are you going to bring back all the garbage? Because there's a problem there too. You just can't leave bits and pieces there.
Yes, ma'am, that is a debris. So many of the private parties, not only private parties, including government also, they are putting that satellites under that extra that rocket bodies. It's spread over the across low Earth orbit. It's a debris. So many of the private parties, including our ISRO and NASA, also they are doing research on these debris, capture that debris removal. So what they are doing means there will be like a different types of mechanism. There will be like a solar cell by using a sun photon. We don't want to give any additional power. By using a sun photon, we have to capture that debris and we will throw it in somewhere like a space, outer space, or otherwise we have to pull back to our Earth atmosphere. Then there is it's entered into our Earth atmosphere itself. There it will be like air frictions. So on the time itself, it's getting a heat and that destroyed pieces will be entered to the ocean. So many one they are doing research on it now.
So
one side it gives a commercial opportunity to recover the debris. Another side, the future satellites should not be become of debris. Whatever we are going to do, yeah.
Do you have any mechanism where these the rockets that you make are can disintegrate in outer space?
Yeah. So now what is happening? End of the life. For example, end of the life, they are supposed to do a commit suicide and fall. Actually, the design is something like that. Okay, but today we have to put it in a graveyard. Today we have to put it in a graveyard by our own means. But the satellites which are going to be launched future will be commanded. You commit suicide, it will commit suicide.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Just a minute.
Okay,
and also, ma'am, for your reference, that is the reason we are working in a reusable rocket. We don't want to put some of the debris in orbital.
Not only satellites, even the spent stages, no? Last stage of the rocket also, it's creating a debris.
But I thought the nose part is actually going to go off and it will be circulating in this.
No. Actually, what the thing means, nose cone for a ejection system. After that, it will enter to it will fall down to the ocean. We can retrieve only these AFM sections, remaining sections. That we can all able to retrieve it. But this one we can retrieve, we can refurbish, we can reuse it.
One last question: do you actually get this out of the sea also, or it just goes right into the depth of the sea?
Ma'am, actually what's the thing means, when we are going for a mapping, right? So according to like today's weather report, previously, if I launch my rocket means that overall that angle I have to focus it. That a rocket angle I should be placed like a 89 degree or 70 degree according to the wind speed and wind directions. Once if I make it in a 89 degree, I can retrieve that rocket, it will be in around 5 kilometer. That exactly trajectory plans. If I put it like a wind is very more, I don't want to go for like a 89 degree, I have to change it to like a 70 degree means that the horizontal distance it will be more. So that nose cone ejection system, it will be spread and it will fall down in around like a 10 kilometer. So for the 10 kilometer we cannot able to retrieve it. So that's the reason we are choosing like a angles, that weather predictions, these all those things. Yes, now this our main motto is to recover that entire rocket. This airframe section, these all those things.
Thank you, Dr. Anand. Thank you, ma'am, for those
Thank you.
very relevant questions as well as the closing question for today. For this press meet, எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு கேண்டிடா ஒன்னு சொல்லணும்னா, இன்னைக்கு அவ்வளோ சயின்ஸ் அண்ட் டெக் அவ்வளோ இன்ஃபர்மேஷன் இன்புட்ஸ் ஷேர் பண்ணியிருக்காங்க. இதை நீங்க ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி ஒரு வெப் சீரிஸா போட்டாலே பசங்க வந்து அவ்வளோ கத்துப்பாங்க யூடியூப்ல. பட் எனிவேஸ், ஸோ யாருக்குமே பசிக்கலன்னு தோணுது. பட் வெரி ஹாப்பி, யூ ஆர் ஆல் ஒன்லி ஹங்கர் ஃபார் நாலேஜ் அண்ட் கொஸ்டினிங். Very, very happy to see that. But lunch is ready. And just before we break for lunch, I have a very important announcement to make. On 24th Saturday, the launch day, after the photo opportunity. Thank you. On 24th Saturday, the launch day, we kindly request you to assemble there at 6:45 a.m. We request all of you to come with your